Okay, then Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today. As it appears, we've got a brand new major order come into the midst, and the Helldivers have been going rampant at the automatons, and it appears that we're going to be taking this one a lot earlier than we may well think. The Helldivers 2 known issues list has been updated, and the Reddit is going absolutely wild, including things such as cloaking devices. We're going to talk about all of it today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink choice compared to those tinned alternatives that we're all used to. The link's down in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount, and we have also got a giveaway that is going to be announced in just a day's time. So if you want to get involved with it, all you have to do is keep an eye on the screen. An emoji will come up, and when you see it, put it in the comment section. It'll enter you in. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So starting off, we managed to receive a brand new major order yesterday, poorly timed just after our upload, which was frustrating to say the least, but it happens every single time. The briefing came through from Super Earth High Command stating distress calls have been raised from multiple planets. Automaton invasion ships have landed, disrupting ongoing merriment and sanctioned frivolity in the wake of our great victory. The enemy has been evidently waiting for the outcome of the assault, poised and to strike, while our forces are weakened by the Illuminate invasion. Outer defenses are lightly manned, and the Helldivers must report immediately to this barbaric assault. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Science has begun reverse engineering Illuminate wreckage in order to defeat their cloaking mechanisms. The enemy will not remain hidden for long. There is no rest for the valiant. The only fireworks for the Helldivers will be the ones that they deploy on the battlefield. Now, this actually led through to quite a large one, as we managed to have a major order to defend against 5 attacks from the automatons. Now, don't get this one twisted. This was a filler major order, which was very odd after not seeing a major order for 4 days. I think we were all a little bit confused by that one. It received a 3-day ending period, and within just 24 hours, we can see some absolute carnage. So we can see right here that on the major order, we have managed to defend against 2 out of the 5 in 24 hours. And it appears if we take a look over here, the Zosma planet is looking to be captured at some stage in the next 10 to 11 hours as well. This is a very, very hilarious narrative because it's actually all down to the DSS. We managed to secure 2 planets right here, one of which was on Curia, and this was quite an easy one to take. It happened very, very quickly, followed up by Virilia 5. I don't know why we didn't do the Chupessa Gambit and take the 2, which would have secured off the entire sector, but anywho, that's by the by. We've then moved over to this one right here, which is obviously on Zosma. Now, the DSS itself is exactly what's saved us on this one. As you may well remember, we had the Eagle blockade actually come through during the Super Earth attack, where the DSS crews maintained deployment of the 24-hour rotating fleet of Eagle fighters supporting all Helldivers operations on Super Earth. In addition, provides logistical support to all super destroyers. This was a absolutely huge one because it has actually helped us big time. Now, this one has only got 7 hours remaining on it, so we haven't got this one for very much longer, and as you can see, all of the actions are currently unavailable, so the DSS may not be too useful for much longer, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how that one pans out. But for now, a massive shout out to the DSS for helping us with that. It was absolutely huge. Hopefully, though, within the next 10 hours, we'll have 3 out of the 5 defended and be making our way towards 2 more. Other than that, though, nothing else seems to really be happening. The Predator strain are still running rampant on a load of planets on the Terminid sector, but it seems that the Terminid bug divers do seem to be at a bit of an all-time low. It's quite an interesting time period, but we're hoping to get those Illuminates back very soon once we reverse engineer the technology to bring them out of hiding. It's a very, very interesting time when it comes to how it is that this game is actually panning out right now. A lot of confusing parts and a lot of confusing areas inside of the game where we just don't really know what's going to happen next. But the Illuminate will be here very soon, so I think that we really need to keep an eye out and watch what it is that we're doing and make sure that we get these major orders completed sooner rather than later, so we can get back to the chaos and carnage that brings us the new Illuminate fleet. Moving forward, though, we've got the Helldivers 2 known issues list, which was updated around 6 minutes ago at the point of recording, so I caught that one quite nicely. And they've added in that weapon customization doesn't correctly display stats for sway and reload times, so make sure that you do have that one in consideration. Hopefully they will rectify that one very soon. The weapon customization has been quite buggy, to say the least, with a lot of issues happening inside of it just recently. If you even move around in it too quickly, then it will crash your game. So hopefully they manage to rectify all of the problems happening with the weapon customization soon, because it's probably the best part of the weapon progression right now. Moving into the Reddit, though, it seems that you guys have got some really good ideas. We were talking to you about the new buffs happening to armor passives, and there were some more armors that definitely needed it. As we can see right here, we have got on the low sodium Helldivers Reddit page that people have been making some changes that they want for their armor changes. Now, this is actually really interesting, because this one right here is for the IE3 Martyr. Now, this has got the integrated explosives passive on it, which was when the armor explodes 1.5 seconds after death, where people were actually stating right here that plus after taking fatal damage, stay alive for 5 seconds and detonate with the ultimatum power when time is up. Now, the wording would have to obviously change, but I think that actually this could be pretty damn cool and lead to some really cool points, meaning that you actually have time to take out the thing that actually killed you. Bit of a revenge story, if you will. So you were alive for 5 seconds, detonate the explosive, and then you die. It's inevitable, and there's no way of working out of it. I think that would be pretty damn cool. Let me know some more if you guys have got any. But another thing that people have been talking about is the main concept piece that came up here. This was for the Voteless diver. Now, I actually took a look at this and then spanned off into other areas. What if one of the new variants for the Voteless were the Voteless divers, where they actually took over the Helldivers' bodies? I personally think that would be absolutely insane to go against, almost like a rebellion Helldiver. It's a really weird one, because they're not Helldivers. They're Voteless inside of Helldivers armor with Helldivers weapons. I think this could run really cool, at least in the future. Could make things for a little bit more of a difficulty span when it comes to the Voteless, as we all know that they are literally just meat shields. You just mow them down. They don't really do much in terms of damage unless there are hordes and hordes of them. A Voteless Helldiver, though, it definitely seems like it could be something that would be pretty damn cool to witness. Not that I'd want any Helldiver to be taken over, but my lord, I do like the challenge. And we just have to clear something up right here. You may have noticed inside of the major order, the main announcement for the briefing is stated that meanwhile, the Ministry of Science has begun reverse engineering Illuminate wreckage in order to defeat their cloaking mechanism. The enemy will not remain hidden for long. So people are taking this as in there could be a new cloaking stratagem confirmed. I think that what we need to understand is a lot of the briefings and a lot of the success narratives, they are all lore-driven. We are not going to be able to reverse engineer the Illuminate wreckage and then be able to figure out their cloaking system and take it down and then use it afterwards. Now, I don't really understand why that's the case, because logic would say if you've reverse engineered the main cloaking mechanisms, then we should be able to utilize the cloaking mechanisms, or at least that's how my head works. But unfortunately, it will just be a story narrative as to how it is that we managed to unhide the Illuminate foes. So take it all with a pinch of salt and make sure you just enjoy the story for what it is. It's not always as black and white and quote-unquote realistic as it may well seem. If you've got the technology to reverse engineer it, then you know how it works and you could essentially utilize it to your own advantage. That's literally how technology works. Why we can't, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have the answers for that one. Anyway, what we are going to be taking a look at today, though, is your top comments, as the last video was an interesting one, although at the time of uploading it, there was no major order, and some of the content involved with it was with regards to why there was no major order. It obviously then was followed up by a major order. So this first one right here states, it makes sense to not have an MO. Our home was attacked and our systems damaged. High Command is probably recuperating before giving us new orders. Now, this is where it seems a little bit strange, because for me personally, I really wanted some sort of success point for Super Earth. We managed to get a cape for Malevelon Creek, but yet we didn't get anything for saving our home planet. This is the biggest thing to happen inside of the game, so much so that they revolved a whole, I guess, DLC of the Heart of Democracy around it, and it's a little bit of a weird one that we've received nothing for it. It just makes no sense to me at all. Yes, the idea of there being no MO for days on end did make sense, but why it is that we received nothing off the back end of it does not make sense. Maybe this isn't the end of the attacks on Super Earth. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, it states right here, we currently have Cyberstan Offensive. It's player initiative. So help us take back Cyberstan, take back what is ours. Now, that was one thing I did love about when the major orders were delayed by 4 days, was a basis of the Helldivers players actually taking their own initiative and writing their own stories. This is something that you guys have always been good at and something that you've always been really well-rounded with, which is how the Men of Long Creek even became a thing, because that wasn't an in-game story written narrative. That was made by the players, and it was probably one of the most memorable things inside of the game to date. So yeah, we do want to take Cyberstan. It's something that we're aiming for. We'll just have to wait and see exactly how it goes in between all of these major orders. And next up, it states right here, enjoy the no MO Helldiver. Take a break to avoid burnout of playing and be ready when they drop. The rest of Helldiver is a happy Helldiver. Now, yes, the obvious reason for me is, well, I cover this every single day. I don't really hit the burnout stage. I don't really understand why, but we don't hit it all too often. But I do play this every single day, and I know a lot of you guys who are just fans of the channel and fans of the game also play this every single day in other realms of games in between it. So I'm going to be playing some other games later on, including the new Elden Ring and the Division. I'll be just playing those in my own time. But Helldivers is a daily course. We have to do our part. With that being said, though, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. It's been such a really weird week, and it's kind of odd to me that the news has been so low, considering we've just had a major update and been speaking to a couple of other content creators who definitely agree with the way that I've looked at it. So it's a bit odd. Hopefully, we experience something soon, and we can get back to the fight of the squids. We'll see exactly how it runs up, but make sure you stay tuned to the channel, because you know full well that when it happens, we'll have the news here for you. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe and press notifications turned on. I appreciate all of your damn faces, Helldivers, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.